Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's very exciting new release video. Today I have budget goodies to share with you guys. This is something you guys have been very excited about and have been waiting for, so I am thrilled with how these products turned out and I cannot wait to dive into it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this folder here and I will go through all of these lovely products right here. So today I have a couple budget add-ons to share with you. I have a budget by Paycheck add-on and I have a monthly budget add-on. And then of course I also have the new budget pieces to share with you as well. The pieces line just launched last week. It's basically like a planner dashboard type of system. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out that video. I will be filming my setup using the pieces system. Actually today I'm doing a whole lot of filming today. Today is Wednesday, by the way. It's Wednesday morning, and yesterday was recovery day from Christmas, so not a whole lot of work got done yesterday. So today I'm going to be filming lots of videos, just real quick, what to expect for the rest of the week. Today of course is new releases. Tomorrow I'm going to share my January budget using one of these new products, and then I am also going to film my setup, which is going to go up Friday, and then I'm going to have a January plan with me going up on Saturday. So that's what you can expect for the rest of the week. But let's get back to the releases. Just wanted to kind of plug that in real quick. So for the add-ons themselves, this is not an annual like budget planner. These are little add-ons that are meant to go behind the monthly dividers in both your Prosper Planner and in the new Planner Hub 2.0. You can also use them as standalones too. But what you're going to want to do is have this document saved somewhere so you can pull in a fresh copy every single month. So just wanted to kind of mention that. And then the pieces, of course, works totally different, but I'll go through that in just a moment. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, the budget stickers here that you see come with all of these products, by the way. So I'll show them to you, but just a little FYI, they come with each of these products. So let's get into the monthly budget first. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this first page. In all of the budget products, you're going to have a monthly view, and the monthly view is very helpful for tracking, you know, when you're getting paid. It's helpful for tracking when bills are due. You can track expenses on your monthly view if you want to. I did decide to put a sidebar for this monthly view. I feel like it's really helpful. This little gray box is for dated mini calendars that you can access through the vault right here. And I feel like it's helpful just to see like upcoming paydays, like how many times you're getting paid. It's really helpful just to kind of see that at a glance, I think. And then also you have this space here where you can do color coding for expense tracking if you want to. If there's just random purchases you want to track here, or maybe you want to track your income here, whatever it may be. There's just a little spot for notes. You can put your goals, anything like that. I just feel like it's helpful for budgeting to have some sort of sidebar option when it comes to tracking things. So you've got this nice big calendar here to track all your bills and things like that. So that is the first page of every budget add-on. And just a little overview too. So with all of our products, as per usual, you get all the options, right? You get landscape orientation and portrait orientation in one purchase. You also get Monday start for your monthly view and Sunday start, so whichever one you like to use. And then for the monthly view too, you're also going to get a 5-week version and a 6-week version. So for those months where, you know, you need that extra row of boxes, you'll have access to that. So you get all of those in one purchase. So no matter the month, no matter the situation, you have what you need. You can also switch it up if you feel like using portrait one month, you can totally do that. And I will share what the portrait looks like with you guys in just a minute. So okay, so let's get into the rest of the pages. So over here on the sidebar, let's go through the buttons. So this calendar here is the monthly view that I just shared. The calculator is the monthly budget itself. And then you have these weekly buttons here, which I'm really excited about. I will share those with you guys in just in a minute, but it's basically like your weekly spending logs. It would be helpful if I could talk today, I swear. I'm also just really excited. I'm like so nerdy about budgeting, so I'm really excited. But anyways, these little coins here are for sinking funds, and then the credit card is a debt tracker. The little vault safe here is for your savings tracker. And then you can track your subscriptions here. So these little arrows with the $sign in the middle is for subscriptions. And then this right here is for net worth, tracking your net worth throughout the year. You have a notes page here, and then access to the P2P vault, where again you can get those dated mini calendars and everything. So those are all of the buttons. Now I realize that not everyone uses sinking funds. Not everyone uses the you know, the net worth. They track their net worth and all of that. So if you don't use those pages or you don't need them, just don't use them. You also could purchase the planner, like the budget pieces, if you just kind of want to build your own behind your dividers. That's definitely an option too, but this is like the hyperlinked 1 month type of add-on to go behind your dividers in your planner. So but yeah, just don't use the pages if they don't apply to you. No biggie. Okay, so that's the first page. Now let's get into the monthly budget. So for the monthly budget, a lot of these are going to look very similar to the pages you have in the hub, like the templates and things like that. The benefit of the add-on is that you do get a couple extra pages. So for those that like to be more detailed with budgeting, you have that. You also have the hyperlinking too. So anytime you tap on the top of any page, it's going to take you back to the first page so that you can swipe over and get to your divider for your hub system. That's how all of our products are set up. Anytime you tap on the top here, it's going to take you to the first page so you can just swipe over, get back into your hub system really quickly. And then, like I said, everything's hyperlinked on every single page, so as you're going through it, you'll be able to access everything in one tap and have it all kind of bundled together. But if you don't need all of this, then you know, you could obviously just use the templates that are available in the hub system and in the Prosper Planner. You could use the pieces if you want to keep your budget totally separate in a different type of system. There's so many options, and that's what we're all about here at Planning to Prosper, is flexibility, the ability to customize, but making it simple to do so and not making it like this cumbersome, huge project. You know, it's pretty easy with the template system that's built in to just copy and paste, you know, super simple and easy. So anyways, back to the monthly budget. Okay, up here you have monthly budget, and then you have the months here where you can highlight which month you're in. You have a spot to write in your goals, a spot for your income, and then a spot for miscellaneous. Now miscellaneous, if you've seen my budget videos, you kind of know how I use it, but I think of that as just like extra things for the month. So maybe that month you're making an extra debt payment. You're using like the debt snowball method and you want to put debt snowball here. Or in December, we had glasses for my oldest daughter, we had Christmas, we had my oldest daughter's birthday, all sorts of different things. Any goals that you're working on, if there's like an amount you want to put into savings or towards your emergency fund, all of that would kind of go in this miscellaneous section. And then we have bills over here. So I think of bills and expenses as different in the sense that bills have due dates, expenses do not. So for bills, anything with a due date would go here. You have the spot to put where it oh my gosh, I swear I cannot talk today. You have a spot to put when the bill is due, a spot to write in who you're paying, a spot to check off once it is paid, and then a budget column, an actual column, and then the difference. And then of course a little spot down here to total everything up. And then for expenses, these are things like groceries, gas, household items, eating out, entertainment, all of that kind of stuff. So you can put in your expenses here, the budget, actual, and difference, and then a total here. And then over here on the left underneath the miscellaneous section, you have your summary. So you can put in your total income, your bills, expenses, miscellaneous, total everything up, and see how the month went. So that is the monthly budget page. Again, very similar to the templates in the other planners, but also has some minor differences. So, okay, and then we get into the weekly pages, which I love how these turned out. So these are just weekly spending pages, and you've got a spot here to check in as well. So over here, you've got a spending tracker, lots of space to track all your transactions for the week. and you can check them off once they are tracked in the weekly check-in over here. So that's the purpose of that check mark. A spot to put the date, the description, and the amount. And there is a key over here, so to color code if you want to make groceries pink, for example. I use that in my budget video, so if you want to see that in action, definitely check it out. But for groceries, you know, I think I have mine as pink, yes. And then so you can just use your highlighter tool and highlight pink, and yellow for gas, and orange for household, however you want to do it. There's also plenty of space in this description column to put, like, you know, fries dash grocery if you want to do it that way. And then a spot to put in the amount here too. So here's the key I mentioned. It will highlight in gray which week you're in. So this is week 1. It'll also tell you right here, this is week 1 check-in. And then there's a spot to put in your date range too. So these are undated, which means you can reuse them, you know, over and over and over again, which is helpful. So you've got your key here, you have your weekly check-in where you can put in all your categories, your beginning balances for the categories, how much was spent, and what you have remaining. And then you also have a little spot here to do some reflection. So what went right this week? What could have gone better? And then a nice big spot for notes as well. So I love how these weekly pages turned out. It's just got everything on one page, which I personally love. I love just being able to track all my expenses here, have my key here. You can easily copy and paste the key over every single week, copy over your beginning balances and or ending balances and all of that every week. They're all back to back, which makes it easy. So you've got 5 weekly spending pages for 5 weeks of the month. So that is super, super helpful. So those are all these buttons right here, weeks 1 through 5. And then here is the sinking fund. So this is set up a little different. I personally love this way of doing sinking funds because you can see the updated running balance at all times. And I need to get a drink of water. I've got a little cold that I'm kind of getting over, and I can just feel like a coughing fit coming on. So anyway, so what you can do, now remember this is 1 month at a time, so you can copy all this over to the next month and everything. So here you can put in the name of your sinking fund, you can put what the beginning balance was, and then here you could put, you know, what you're adding to it each month. You can also obviously put what you're taking out each month, and you've got some space to track all of that there. But it keeps an updated running balance as you're going, which I think is so helpful to have, just to see exactly where you're at all times versus having to, like, you know, calculate everything and kind of see at the end of the month where you end up. I just think it's helpful to have like a running total. So you've got 6 spaces for sinking funds here. Of course, you can duplicate this page. So if you have more than 6 sinking funds, you can duplicate. You can also cover them up. If you take a screenshot with your lasso, you can cover up the sinking funds that you don't use. So say you only have like 4 of them, you could cover this up with a white space and then just put some decoration or quotes or something over here if you want to. So that's the sinking funds page. Pretty straightforward and simple. That's really what I wanted to do with this, by the way. I wanted to keep these products very just simple and plain and minimalist and all of that. So so that's that. And then the debt tracker, we have a spot to put in what the account is. So if it's your mortgage, if it's your student loan, if it's your car, whatever it may be, you can put in the account, your beginning balance, what your minimum payment is, what the interest rate is, and then just a nice big spot for notes. So any notes there. And then you've got spots over here, different columns, a table for the date, how much was paid in total, how much went to principal, how much went to interest, the balance, and then notes for that specific payment. So you've got that too. So if you wanted to put, you know, like confirmation numbers and stuff like that there, you could do that. Okay, so that's the debt tracker. Here is the savings tracker. So you can put in the account what your goal is. So say it's your emergency fund and your goal is to have like $20,000 in there, whatever it may be. A spot for notes over here, and then you can put over here your date, your description, how much was deposited, if anything was withdrawn, or if you withdrew anything from it, and then the balance and everything. So that's the savings tracker. Subscriptions, you've got a little total over here. So subscriptions tracker, annual subscriptions, quarterly. I added the quarterly in. And then the monthly subscriptions total, and then the grand total of all. And then a nice big spot for notes. And then your table over here, you have a column for subscription, a column for the due date, the amount, and then you can highlight the frequency if it's annually, quarterly, or monthly, and then you can check off if it's auto renew or not, or you could write in yes or no, however you want to do that. So that's the subscriptions tracker. I feel like that's so helpful. Like, I personally really need that because I know there's things that we're subscribed to and they come due and I'm like, what is this? And yeah, so anyways, I think that will be super helpful, and there's lots and lots of space. So, and then here is the net worth tracker. So it says net worth at the top, and then you can highlight which month you are in. And then you've got a big long table for assets and for liabilities. So you can total all of those up. Your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities here. But then you also have this lovely table over here where it's going to show you a summary of everything, how you ended the year. So what your assets and liabilities and net worth looked like in January, and then all through the rest of the year, and your total here to see kind of how it changes throughout the year. I think that's going to be really, really nice to see. I want to be better about tracking this. I think it's going to be really motivating. We are definitely not, like, our net worth isn't in the negative because we have our mortgage and stuff like that. But I think it's helpful to see, like, that decrease our net worth, like, go more into a positive route as we're paying debt off and stuff like that. So that's net worth. And then you've got your notes here, which is just 4 columns. You can title these different things, and then there's lots of space to write some notes. So that is the notes page, and that is the monthly budget add-on. So like I said, this is just 1 month at a time, and you would just insert it behind each divider, and it just makes it very simple with the hyperlinking. So those who really love the hyperlinks and kind of want a little bit of everything, then this is for you. Again, if you don't track net worth and stuff like that, you would just ignore that page, and maybe eventually throughout the year you want to try it. You could try it 1 month, you'll have that page available to you. So that is the monthly budget one. And then let me show you what it looks like in portrait. So let's see if it's always hard to kind of get this in frame for the portrait version, but let's see if I can just zoom out real quick and get it in here so you guys can see. Sorry, you can see my light up there, but so down here is all the buttons, all the same buttons in the same order, and then this is your monthly calendar, and this is the 6-week version, and it's a Sunday start version, so I did that just to kind of show that you get those options. And then your sidebars down here with your little spot for your calendar. This is your monthly budget. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty okay. I know I'm zoomed out, so it's a little harder to see, but you can kind of see it's just configured differently, but all the same stuff is on the page. It's just configured differently. So here's your sinking funds, debt tracker, savings, subscriptions, net worth, notes. So that's how it's all set up. And again, when you tap on the top here, it's going to take you back to this first page. So that's the portrait version. Now let's take a look at the budget by paycheck. I'm going to zoom back in a bit and I will share that with you. So here is the budget by paycheck in landscape, and you've got that same monthly calendar. So I know this is really, really helpful. So we're going to be doing budgeting by paycheck. You guys will see that set up in tomorrow's video. I need to run to the bank today too. I just thought of that. So anyways, so you get the same monthly view. I feel like this is really, really helpful for seeing like which bills fall within which pay periods and things like that. So you got that, it's undated, super quick to date and everything. And you do get date dots with the budget stickers, which I'll show you in just a moment. But it pretty much has all the same pages. The only thing that's different is you have your paycheck 1 through 5 buttons here, and then you also have an expense tracker here. So let's go through the buttons real quick. So here is your monthly calendar, paychecks 1 through 5. The calculator is an expense tracker. And then same thing, sinking funds, debt, savings, subscriptions, net worth, and your notes here. So, and then of course the vault right here too. So here is the paycheck budget. You've got a spot for income, a spot for the bills that are due during that pay period, a spot for expenses during that pay period. I know for us this is going to be like our cash envelopes. We are using cash, so I'll be talking all about this coming up, but yeah, so anyways, and then we've got sinking funds here. Now I don't use sinking funds currently. We're just not in a situation where we can really do that right now. Once our car is paid off, I think we will get sinking funds going again, but the kids are outside playing, so cute. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll either just like leave it, or I'll exit out, or you can cover it up with a white square and put something else here, but I'll honestly probably just leave it blank. And then additional debt payments, we are working on paying off our car, so this will be important for us. And then savings too, we're trying to save up a year's worth of expenses in our emergency fund. So that's all the different sections here. And then you've got over here, it says paycheck budget. It'll highlight with the gray which paycheck you're in. You've got a spot to write in your dates for your pay period. And then you have your little summary table over here, which I love how this turned out. So you've got a spot for your income, bills, your expenses, your sinking funds, debt, savings, and your total remaining. So this could be like rollover going into the next pay period if you wanted to do it that way. But this way you can track every single paycheck and exactly what that paycheck is being used for. What are that paycheck's assignments, if you will. And then you've got a little spot for notes down here too. And so if you'd like to track your balances of accounts, like what was my starting balance in my checking account at the beginning of this pay period and what is it at the end, you could easily put that in right here in the notes section. So that's your paycheck budget. And then the expense tracker works very similarly to the sinking funds. I wanted to do it this way because I feel like during the pay period it's just helpful to have a running total. Now we won't be using this expense tracker other than for gas, I believe, because we're going to use cash for the other categories. It's just what we think is going to be like more simple. It's not necessarily because we have a spending issue. It's more so because we wanted to simplify, and when you're just going off of that paycheck, like I just want to take the cash out and have cash and like have it set aside and ready to go from the paycheck. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just I want to use our credit card still to track gas only, but then everything else use cash. So that's kind of how we're doing it. I think it'll make it a little simpler for us in terms of tracking expenses and things like that. But you can also, if you're using, you know, a credit card for expenses, or if you're using your checking account, wherever you're at in your financial journey. So this big tall column over here is meant for groceries, really, because I figure that's probably the category that's getting used the most for many people. So you've got one long category and you've got 4 shorter categories. And what you could do too, if you need more space, you could copy this and paste it behind each paycheck if you wanted to. So you could do it that way, or you could just track your whole month here if you want. If I were tracking by account, I honestly probably would just copy this page. You go to copy page, and then you could go to like paycheck 1, and then you could hit the plus symbol and hit paste page, and then you've got an expense tracker right behind your paycheck budget. So that's one way you could set it up too if you want an expense tracker for each paycheck budget. As your bills come due, you can mark them off here. You could also mark them off in your monthly calendar, but I really wanted a way to track like your expenses and stuff. So groceries, gas, household, things like that. And then these are all the same: sinking funds and your debt tracker, savings tracker, your subscriptions, net worth, and notes. So that's all the same. And then here is the portrait version. So for the portrait version, you again get all your buttons on the bottom here, and then you're gonna have your paycheck budget is gonna obviously look a little different because it's just configured differently. There's a little less space with the portrait, so I didn't want things to look too squished, but I fit as much as I could on this page. So that's your paycheck budget, and then here is your expense tracker. So you've got the one larger one here, and then the 4 smaller ones here. So, and then all the other pages are, you know, exactly the same. And again, tap on the top here, and it will get you back to that first page. So those are the two budget options currently, is budget by paycheck, monthly budget. Now the beauty of this is that I can easily create other types of budgeting. So if there's some other type of budgeting that you use, or that these are like the two main ones that I've heard of and that I've like used myself. But if there's some other type of budget, let me know, and I can definitely add that to my list of things to create for you guys. But that's going to be the beauty of this, is like having the little 1 month add-on. It's a small file, and there's a lot of flexibility with it from your side of things and my side of things, because I can easily create other versions of it and stuff like that. So yeah, if there's other configurations or types of budgeting, just, you know, let me know. And then of course you've got your budget pieces, and again, these are just single sheet, you know, 1 page type of thing, so you can piece them together and use them in your files. That probably doesn't make sense at all. If you haven't seen the planner piece system launch video, definitely check that out. Again, I'm going to be doing my own setup. I am very torn though on if I'm going to use the pieces. I think I'll use the pieces for some things, and then I'll use like the add-on for other things. But yeah, so for the pieces, you're going to get all the pages that you saw, and then there's a couple little extra ones too that you'll get. So yeah, here is the monthly view. So you are going to get monthly views with the budget pieces, just in case you don't purchase like the actual monthly calendar package and stuff. I feel like it's just so like what am I trying to say? The separate listing for the monthly planner pieces. If you don't purchase that, you still get monthly calendars, just because I think it's really helpful to have for budgeting. And then you're gonna get this annual financial overview. I feel like this is a really good just snapshot like to have, and it's good just to have as like a 1-page type of deal. So there's the annual financial overview. You also get a bill tracker, again, for that whole annual type of overview of bills. So if you prefer to track your bills that way, I figured like with the monthly budget and the budget by paycheck, there's already several places to track your bills between the budgets themselves and the monthly view. So this page is available though as templates in our planners, and it's available in the planner pieces, the budget pieces. And then you get the monthly budget, the weekly spending tracker, and it'll just say weekly check-in, and you just color in which week it is, and then you can put in the date range right here. So weekly spending, here's the paycheck budget, your expense tracker. You actually get a couple different versions of this with the pieces. So you get the longer one with the 2 smaller ones, but then you also get these 3 larger ones too. Same thing with sinking funds, you'll get the 6 littler ones, but then you also get the 3 longer ones too. So, and keep in mind, you can just duplicate these pages. So if you need more sinking funds, if you need more expenses, that sort of stuff, then you just duplicate the page. Super easy to do. And in fact, I can just show you real quick if you're not familiar. So you go to the little thumbnails here and go to the little arrow. Now for the pieces, it'll be the same process for the pieces actually. So you hit on this little arrow and then hit duplicate. I have all my pieces together in a PDF document like back to back right now, because it's just easier for filming that way, so I don't have to tap in and out of the screen. But these are all going to be separate single sheet PDF documents. I actually printed out, because I was gonna get a little rough draft going, I printed out the paycheck budget. These are not made for printing. As you can see, it doesn't fill the space entirely. It's a different configuration, because I wanted it to fit mostly on the iPad. But it's just a single sheet PDF. That's gonna be my little rough draft that I'm gonna work on here in a minute. So yeah. And then, let's see. Oh, I duplicated that page. I was like, why are there 2? Or wait. Yeah, okay, I'm confusing myself now. Okay, and then we have sinking funds and transaction logs. So if you prefer to have all your sinking funds and all the transactions like that in that configuration, you have that option available to you. Then we have a transaction log, which I've been using. This is the one that is available in the To Done planner and everything. So you've got, and it's available as a template, but you've got a spot to put your account, your key, your notes, and then do all your transactions over here. So this is more like a check register, if you will. So So yeah, and any of these planner pieces, by the way, can be inserted into the budget add-ons as well. You won't have dividers, but if you just know like, okay, I want to use the transaction log in lieu of the expense tracker behind each pay period, you could just simply insert this transaction log behind each paycheck the same way I did with the expense tracker earlier, so you can have those options available to you. And you can mix and match portrait and landscape. I know some people are sticklers, they want it all in one orientation, but say you like to have the transaction log in portrait mode and you like to have your paycheck, budget, and landscape, like you can kind of mix and match it like that. You can combine the documents, and that's kind of nice. So even more flexibility with that. And then you've got the debt tracker, and all these pages are exactly the same as what you saw earlier, just in the planner pieces. Savings tracker, subscriptions tracker, net worth, weekly check-in for 5 weeks and 4 weeks, and then notes too. You get a notes page. So those are all of the planner pieces, and here's the portrait version just to kind of show you. You get all the months, all the options for the months, all of the same pages you just saw earlier. They just, you know, obviously look a little different because it is a different configuration. So, but all the same pages there. Now for the planner pieces, just to share with you, this is not my official setup, this is what I did for filming, but the planner pieces, like I mentioned, are single sheet PDF documents. So if I go into January here, this is my personal calendar, it's just one page, and the budget pieces are the same way. Here's my weeklies. I did put these back to back, but I think in February I put a weeklies folder. They're just single sheets that you can kind of put wherever you want. So this one's titled 129 through 204. This one is titled 205 through 211. The really cool thing is as you're decorating too, you can kind of see the decorations in the thumbnail, which is really fun. And then this is like a daily dashboard. So there's all sorts of different ways to set it up. I, again, will be setting mine up very soon, but they're so simple. There's zero hyperlinking on it. It's just, you know, single sheet PDFs. The big benefit of it is that you can go between pages really easily. So if I have my personal calendar open, I can go to my tabs here. So the tabs are the key with the planner pieces. Here's my personal calendar. I can just flip to this tab to look instead of having to click through my hyperlinked planner. That's, I think, one of the biggest benefits of this system. And then obviously the flexibility is as max as honestly you can get with it, because you can really do whatever you want. I got a little suggestion to put the sticker books for that month like within my January folder, so I've done that. So I have a folder for each month of the year. I'm putting a happy face on what the current folder is, because in GoodNotes now you can change the color of your folder. You can also do different icons over here. So just wanted to kind of mention that. I feel like it's helpful to see that for getting an idea of like how the budget pieces and stuff work. So, and again, I'll have my setup video later this week. I just have to really decide if I'm going to use the add-on, because you can just put that add-on into your planner pieces folder too if you want to do it that way, or if I'm going to use the pieces. Again, not super sure, so we'll see. Now for the budget stickers, this is just a single split screen sheet of stickers, and it's really made for the monthly view of the planner. I wanted to give you some date dots that you could use. So these are just very basic standard date dots that you can use to date your monthly view. Then you've got these really cute bill due stickers here as well in all the different colors of the rainbow. So you got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, black, and then this really cute like white one with like the black. It looks really clean on the planner. I love that one. And then you've got your paydays here in all those different colors, and then you've got expense tracking stickers too. And I tried to make these nice and thin and just very basic, so when you're using them in your, let's see, let's go to the budget pieces even and go back to monthly view, so you can kind of stack them one right on top of the other. Now our sticker books that we sell in our shop also do come with bill due stickers in the labels section. They don't look like this, they're a little different. And then there's also different ways to do expense tracking, like you could use just a solid block of color if you wanted to. There's like little single, in the functional section of the sticker book, there's little single, let me even just pull up the sticker book so I can show you what your options are in here. So let's go to my stickers. So of course you get date dots in our sticker books, but then under labels, let me turn the pen tool off, you've got these stickers here, which are meant to be used kind of as bill due. So you just write in the company that you're paying and then the amount, and then you can check it off when it's paid. You could use these for paydays. You would just have to add your own text on. There's also under miscellaneous, there's payday stickers. So on the second sheet here, you've got payday, little corner flags there. And then under functional, you could use these here for your expense tracking if you wanted to. You could easily just put in like the store you went to, the amount, and then you can check it off when it is tracked and everything. So you could use those. You could also just use like your standard, if I go to my basic section, you could use just your standard blocks like these, like you could use the dashed boxes. I mean, you can repurpose all of these. So if you want your budgets to match your, you know, like your main month or something like that, the solid ones would be really good too for tracking. You can also just use your highlighter tool. The options are honestly limitless. There's so much that you can do. You can use the brush stroke if you want to, but I did want to provide just some very basic stickers. So if you don't really care about everything matching and you just want to color code, I thought this would be really helpful for color coding, especially with the eyedropper, you know, option with GoodNotes. So say I want to highlight something, I can go to the highlighter tool, and now with the little eyedropper, you can pick your color. So you could easily go here and go tap on the red, and now I've got a highlighter color in that red color. Custom eyedropper. Now it's green. See how that works? So you can easily change the color, but I think that will be really helpful for color coding and stuff like that too, is having that kind of palette to work with. So, but yeah, so that's everything today, you guys. That is all of the budget products, some examples of how you can use it. Again, you're going to see my setup this week. You're gonna see my January, you know, plan with me, my January budget, my setup of the planner pieces system. I mentioned in a previous video, but I'm going to be creating sort of like an organizer, if you will, for your planner pieces. So if you're going with that system and like at the end of the month you want to export, like you can go and export, you know, your pages as PDFs. So I could go in here and I could export this page as a PDF, and then you could insert it behind like in the organizer. So that's going to be coming. You can use the planner pieces in the hub and the Prosper planner if you want. I'm just all about options. I want you guys to have options. You can like make everything work together in tandem if you want. I've seen people insert the hub into like other planners too, which is an option as well, of course, but there's just a lot of flexibility, a lot of things that you can do with our products, and you can just make it, you know, work for you. So, but that is everything that I have for you today, you guys. Again, let me know if there's a different type of budget add-on you'd love to see in the shop. I would love to add more options, but that's what I have for now. I have the budget by paycheck, the basic monthly, the pieces, and then all of them come with the budget stickers, both the GoodNotes file and the individual PNGs is what this will come with. So, but yeah, that's everything for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything. I need to get this video edited and up for you guys. Yeah, it's 10:30. This needs to go up at noon. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing everything. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all of my future videos, especially the ones coming up this week. I know I'm really excited to set things up. I feel very unprepared right now for 2024. So I'm really looking forward to getting things going with all of that. But anyways, I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.